Hi sa inyong lahat! So we are going to continue our discussion on exponential and logarithmic functions. In particular, we're going to be talking about the logarithmic functions. So reviewin muna natin yung mga diniscuss natin last time or at least yung mga important points lang. So, diniscuss natin last time yung exponential functions b to the x where your base b is greater than 0 not equal to 1. We said last time that its domain is the set of real numbers. Its range is the set of positive real numbers. And if your base is between 0 to 1, your exponential function is decreasing. So yung graph niya, ito yung pink. And if your base is greater than 1, your function is increasing. So yan yung graph niya. And ang sabi rin natin last time, itong important property ng exponential functions, that exponential functions are one-to-one. So meaning, if b raised to x1 is equal to b raised to x2, then x1 is equal to x2. So important yan from last time kasi we used that to solve equations with exponents. And another thing, kapag one-to-one ng isang function, sabi natin, meron siyang inverse function. So, ano kaya yung inverse ng isang exponential function? So, yun yung i-compute natin for this video or for this slide. So, let's say we have a base greater than 0 not equal to 1. So, we want to find the inverse of y equal to b raised to x. So, how do we find the inverse of a function? Diba ang ginagawa lang natin ay pinagpapalit natin yung roles ni x and y, ini-interchange nyo lang sila, and then you solve for y. Kung ano man yung masolve yung y doon, that is the inverse of the given function. So, gagawin na natin yan dito. So, we interchange the roles of x and y. So, magkakaroon ka ng x equal to b raised to y. Tapos, pag sinolve mo si y in terms of x, yan na yung inverse noong exponential functions. Kaso, wala pa tayong notation dito, kaya isusulat natin siya, or napagkasunduan na lang na isulat na, ganito mo siya isusulat. Y is equal to log base b of x. And whenever you see this or this, it means y is the logarithm of x base b. Okay? So, y is the logarithm of x with base b. Okay? So, pag nakita nyo to, ang ibig sabihin niyan is b raised to y equal to x. So, dito, nirestate lang natin formally. Ito. Okay? So, base greater than 0, not equal to 1. If you see b raised to y equal to x, or this one, ang basa doon ay logarithm. Y is the logarithm of x to the base b. Ay, to the base b pala, hindi of base b. Okay. Basta important, base b siya. Okay, so gawa tayo ng examples lang para ma-gets natin ito lalo, no? So, para ma-check, b raised to y equal to x. Yun yung thing nyo. So, dito, para mahanap mo yung value nito, dapat 4 raised to something equal to 16. What is that something? So, that something is 2. 4 raised to 2 is 16. So, next, 5 raised to something equal to 125. Ano kaya yun? So, 5 raised to something equal to 125. Parang, is it negative 3? Yes. Ito naman, dapat 1/3 raised to something is 81. Is 81. So, ano yung something na yun? Is it negative 4 ba? Yung negative para aangat yung 3. Magiging 3 tas raised to 4, 81. Okay. Sagot dito, negative 4. Because 1/3 raised to negative 4 is 81. How about this one? Dapat A raised to something is 1. A is positive, not equal to 1. So, 0 yung sagot. A raised to 0 is 1. And how about this one? So, dapat A raised to something, magiging A siya. A raised to something equal to A. Ano yung something mo ay nasa loob ng box? Dapat 1 siya. Okay, nagets ba yun? So, let us now define the logarithmic function to the base b. So, f of x equal to log base b of x where the base is greater than 0 not equal to 1. Yun yung tinatawag nating logarithmic function to the base b. And we have some notations lang. If the base is 10, sinusulat natin ito, or log base 10 of x as log of x. Ino-omit mo na yung base. Understood na natin yung base. Sa usapan lang natin ha. Kasi sa ibang sa ibang fields, iba yung ibig sabihin kapag walang base. Pero sa Math 20, pag walang base, it means base 10. And we call that the common logarithmic function. And if the base is e, where e is the natural number, sinusulat natin yung log base e of x as ln of x. And we call it the natural logarithmic function. Okay, punta na tayo sa some remarks lang on the logarithmic function. So, the logarithmic function to the base b and the exponential function with base b are inverse function of each other. So, ano ba yung exponential function with base b? Diba yun yung b to the x? Okay. So, ito yung exponential function. Ang sabi natin, kapag inverses yung function, pag kinuha mo yung composition nila, ang laging lalabas na sagot ay x. So, kaya kapag ito, pinasok mo doon sa x, magkakaroon ka ng b raised to log base b of x, dapat x lang din yung sagot. And kapag ito naman, pinasok mo sa x dito, log base b ng b to the x ay x lang din. At yun yung sinasabi nung properties na ito. So, mamaya ko nasasabihin kung bakit naging ganyan yung mga x na pwede. Or, sige, sa number 3 sabihin na natin. Because this b raised to x, ang domain niya is the set of real numbers. So, papasok mo doon the set of real numbers. Okay? So, number 2 naman, so, ang sabi natin, the exponential function, ang domain nito, the set of real numbers, and the range is yung positive real numbers. At kapag kinuha mo yung inverse niya, magbabaliktad yung domain and range. So, yung inverse na exponential, which is the logarithmic function, its domain is the set of positive real numbers, and the range is the set of real numbers. That's why we have this one. The domain of the logarithmic function to the base b is the set of positive real numbers. Its range is the set of real numbers. Okay, so tatandaan ninyo, ang pwede lang ipasok sa logs ay positive. So, yung mga nilalagay mo dyan, positive lang lagi. Kahit anong itsura nung nandito, dun sa binibilugan ko, basta positive siya. At ang base, positive not equal to 1. And finally, bakit naging 0 to infinity x mo? Kasi x mo pinapasok mo doon sa log. That's why it has to be positive. Okay? And let's talk about the graphs of logarithmic functions. So, we let again our base greater than 0 not equal to 1. At ito yung mga graphs na dinrawing ko dun sa previous video, diba? If b is greater than 0 but less than 1, ang graph ni y equal to b to the x is ganito, decreasing siya. Kapag b is greater than 1, yung graph ng b to the x, ng exponential function, ay increasing. And actually, um, if b is from 0 to 1, kung decreasing yung exponential, decreasing din yung log, yung inverse niya. At kung increasing yung exponential, increasing din yung log. And from our discussion on inverse function, kuwari, how do you get the graph of the inverse of a function, of a one-to-one function? So, yung one-to-one function mo, if i-flip mo siya about y equal to x, yung kakalabas na graph, yun yung graph ng inverse. So, ganun yung gagawin natin dito sa examples na to arrive at the graph uh, of this logarithmic of functions. So, dito muna tayo sa first case. So, i-graph natin in blue yung ating logarithmic functions. So, let us draw y equal to x muna. So, itong broken line siya yung y equal to x. So, pag pinlip mo about that line, itong pink, you will get the graph of the logarithmic function. So, I will sketch the graph of the logarithmic function in blue. Actually, pinagpapalit mo lang yung mga xy values. So, kung may 0, 1 dun sa exponential, may 1, 0 sa logarithmic. So, ang gagawin natin, re-reflect natin about this line. So, anong reflection nito? Pag ganun siya. So, naka-blue ang ating. So, ito yung common point nila, yun nandun sa line. And then, pag ganyan. So, itong blue siya yung y equal to log base b of x. Okay, so yan yung graph ni log base b of x if yung b mo is from 0 to 1. So, decreasing din siya. Okay. And kapag increasing naman, so drawing ulit natin yung y equal to x. So, yung 1, 0 nandun sa graph ng log. And then, flip lang natin. I-reflect lang natin about that line. So, this line is y equal to x. And as you can see, kung increasing yung exponential, increasing yung log. Decreasing yung exponential, decreasing yung log. Let us write that more mathematically. Ano ba ibig sabihin nun? So, if x1 is less than x2, then, pag kinuha mo yung log base b nila, mag-flip yung sign kapag decreasing. Kapag increasing naman, hindi mag-flip yung sign. So, nakadepende sa value ng b kung mag-flip yung sign or not. So, kapag 0 to 1 yung b, mag-flip yung sign. If greater than 1 si b, hindi mag-flip yung sign. Of course, yung x1, x2 mo rito are positive kasi pinapasok mo siya sa logs. Okay, so, of course, x1 and x2 are positive. Lagyan nga natin ng x1 greater than 0. So, para automatic na pareha silang positive. So, nakuha ba yun? So, ganun mo lang siya i-graph. Or, tandaan nyo na lang na ganito itsura ng decreasing na log function, ganito graph ng increasing na log function. So, let me add isa pa, last na lang. So, sabi natin that, although sa next video pa natin gagamitin to. So, the logarithmic function is 1 to 1. So, so, f of x na lang is 1 to 1. Of course, ang base mo greater than 0 not equal to 1. Ano ibig sabihin ng 1 to 1? If f of x1 is equal to f of x2, then x1 is equal to x2. or log base b ni x1 equal to log base b ni x2 implies, x1 equal to x2. So, ibig sabihin, pag pareha yung logs nila, pwede mong cancelin na alisin yung log base b. May tawag daw dito, so nung high school ako, ang tawag ng teacher ko, antilog, ginaganon niya. Antilog daw ang tawag. Antilog. Okay, and that ends our discussion or lecture on logarithmic functions. In the next video, we're going to talk about the properties and solving equations involving logarithmic functions. Goodbye and stay safe.